Hey YouTube, my name is Lavelle Zarate and I'm here with another Dawn Scale video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm here to talk about today how great America actually is. Um, it's come to my attention that a lot of people like to criticize America for its shortcomings and its mistakes in the past, and that it does in order to remain a world power. But that really kind of just sets me off because this country is so great for a lot of people, and it gives so many people opportunities that they wouldn't have in other countries. Yeah, a lot of people like to naysay and nitpick on the shortcomings of America, and I really feel like that's messed up. First things first, let's talk about its creation. America started off with the American colonists who were sent to the New World by the British, and they were a British colony, and eventually ended up revolting and becoming its own country, America. Um, since then, it's changed a lot. There's been a lot intake of immigrants. There's been a lot intake of African American slaves who are current day African Americans. There's a lot of intake of different nations, and America's basically the boiling pot, the cultural icon. It's not one culture; it's multiple cultures mixed into one. That's probably what makes it so great. Because when you have Germany, you have mostly Germans, and you go to different places, and it's mostly this one place. But in America, it's just a bunch of people. There's Mexicans, there's African Americans, there's so many different cultures just in one big pot, and everyone learns from each other, and they give in and give back. Um, and it has its flaws because America is a country, and all countries have their flaws, and we have a Congress who doesn't like to who likes to avoid progress. They like to basically get together. They like to curtail what the president is doing and trying to make the economy and the country better after what Bush did to our country. And we have a whole bunch of, police crimes, and we're always getting ourselves into some other dispute across country. Um, and it's come to my attention that people think that America is selfish because they ignore things happening in Africa, like the genocides and the hunger for things that's happening in the Middle East, just because we want their oil. And it's absolutely true. That's absolutely true because we could be putting the same amount of effort into helping Africa, or a good example is like in Vietnam or other places like that are having like this Venezuela that are having these problems and genocides. See, we have to basically consider ourselves first, always. We can't basically give away and keep giving when there's needs to be filled with their own country. That's obvious. We're not gonna go and do something for someone else when there's no benefit from it. We have to ensure that we remain strong. We remain a strong, independent nation that has no chance of either getting taken over by anyone else, and that is at the top of the world power and can maintain its superiority for years to come and protect its people and give its people more than it gives to other people. That's the main emphasis on a country. That's our government's main concern. Our government's main concern is not to help other people. Our government's main concern is to help ourselves. Selfish or not, that's what every single country does. And we happen to be the strongest right now just because based on our numbers and our economy. Um, but we have helped a lot of countries in the past. There's more charities in America than any other place in the world, giving to different countries, and a lot of people in America care. And I see a lot of people from other countries saying how Americans are ignorant or they don't have as much information as other countries, and I just feel like that's not absolutely true because there are a lot of smart people in America and a lot of people trying to change the world and for a better place. Like while in other countries, it's really just based on their own selfish needs and wants. I mean, America is often criticized because of that. But in other countries, you see like communist countries, you see basically the very elite and the majority poor. While in the United States, our poor are richer than the poor of other countries. Our poor can get housing if they try hard enough. Our poor are like giving donations, and they have all these. They have a welfare program. They have Section 8. They have these programs and these things set up to help these people. While in other countries, their poor are poor, and their governments don't really do anything for them. For the large majority, I'm not talking about the superpowers. I'm talking about Venezuela. I'm talking about South Korea, North Korea. I'm talking about countries like that where the governments don't really put as much effort into helping the people as we do. In China, it's like just really there's a billion people in China. This is a big race of who can become successful and who cannot become successful. And capitalism in America is criticized for that, while in China, a large part of it is getting the best education possible and rising above the hundreds of thousands of other students trying to go for the same job position as you. Um, in America, it's very capitalist and it's a race, and it's like who can become more successful and who can do more in their lifetime, who can achieve the American dream. But at the same time, there's a lot of programs that the government's doing and a lot of things that are available in order to become successful. A poor man can become a rich man. It's very hard to do that in other countries where like your class is basically where you stay for the rest of your life. While in America, you can succeed your class and rise above from basically where you were born. Like you could be born in the ghetto or something and become the president. Nowadays, a colored man's in office, which technically is amazing because it wouldn't have been conceived 50 years ago that a colored man can be in office, half white or not. It's just amazing. A woman was almost elected in America. Something that's like the president of the United States. Like in other countries, like where women are looked down on, that's unheard of. And America has just come so far, and we're going so far, and we're fixing our mistakes, and we're just getting better and better as time goes by. So we can't be criticized for the small mistakes that happen. It's just things that happen. We can't be blamed for that. And a lot of people from other countries, like immigrants who are actually are benefiting on American values and American programs, are really the ones who like to criticize America. I mean, I'm all for immigration. Like, I feel like immigrants who are coming here for a better life, they're very good. I mean, I feel like because they add to the economy, they're hardworking, they fill up jobs, they keep the economy circulating. But the ones that come just to basically, I guess, take advantage, and they just have no intention of staying. They just here to take advantage, get as much money as possible, and then go back to where they came from. I feel like that's and while they're here, they're talking smack on the country while there are people that have died to protect this country and make it greater. I feel like that's the greatest disrespect that can ever be conceived. There are hundreds of thousands of men who died for this country, and I mean that might not seem like a big thing, but when you're that soldier on the field and you're dead, you'd want your life to mount to something. And to hear that hear anyone basically criticize a great country as this one, it's like just a slap in the face to those people and to their families who died to maintain the country. They died for everyone that lives in this country, and don't say, I'm not an American, I'm just like I'm whatever. But then why are you here? Basically just to take advantage, and you're just vampires. You're not really an American citizen. You're just a vampire. And at the same time, you're bringing down the country because you have no type of national pride. You don't. You're instead of being an American, you're an African, or you're a Dominican, or you're a Puerto Rican. You're not an American. No, of course not an American, because that's like stripping your identity, right? Of course. Everyone they're so quick to hold on. It's okay to hold on to your culture, but no one's an American. Everyone's, hey, where do you come from? And normally you'd say I'm from America. In America, you say where you come from, and people say their real nationality and where they actually come from. I just think it's sad that America has been downplayed so much by its own citizens. I really feel like there's a need for more national pride on a whole for America, and I know it's hard since there's so many different cultures in America, and it's hard to basically maintain a sense of pride when there's so many different ranges of so many different ranges of people in America. And I feel like America's going to revolutionize because as more and more Latinos come in, they already make up a large part of the minority and majority, and soon they're going to overtake the actual Caucasian percentage in America and become the majority. And I feel like that's great. There's no problem with that. I mean, if it doesn't matter who is the majority, who's the minority, as long as we all become to terms with who we are and accept everyone else for who they are. There's no problem with any of that. I mean, I have no problem. As long as America doesn't change in the sense that people don't lose sight of the country and they start to I guess just roll in their old country. Like adopt this one. If you're here to stay, then adopt this one. It's okay. Don't forget your country where you come from. Just don't try to downplay this one, and don't try to basically act as if America is so flawed, because we give free education. I say we because I feel I'm very patriotic. I feel as a collective we give a free education to everyone up until up until the end of high school, which a lot of countries do not do. And a lot of people that complain about this are the same people that are benefiting off these programs and would have complained even more if they didn't have these programs. And they came to this country to have these programs. They don't have them in their own country. Their own countries are greater or better than America. And I'm not here to basically blow up America and be this guy who's like, oh, America's the best, better than everyone. No, I'm not saying that. It's a known fact that it's a world power and one of the strongest world powers since World War II. That's a fact. I'm prideful of America just because it's where I come from. But it's not like I'm going to be a supremacist and say, oh, this, that. America is better than every other country, because it's not true. Every country is valuable. Every country is good. I just feel as if people need to have more patriotism. That's really it. Yeah, so this is just me rambling on. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe to Don Scale. This is Lavelle Zarate again with my weekly discussions. I might start doing a little bit of gaming, talking about the gaming. My last video was why the Call of Duty franchise in decline. My next video will I'm gonna have to think it up. Maybe in the comments you guys could give me a few clues. I'm going to have to think of something, and because I really have some good videos set up, and I really want to share them with you guys. And if if you disagree, say in the comments why, respectfully. And remember, there are other worlds than these.